Right then, lads, welcome back to the channel. So today I'm going to be teaching you guys, or attempting to teach you guys, how to price fix badges in this game. Or price fix anything, to be honest. As long as you know what you're doing, you can theoretically price fix anything. Now, price fixing does come down to a little bit of luck, and also you do have to have quite a bit of MT. It sort of just depends what it is you're picking up. So as you can see, we have 2 diamond badges here for 800 MT. Now, I have a lot of these diamond badges. I have a full 20 stack here. And then if I go in my collection, I have another 7 here. Basically, I bought like 60 diamond badges. Now, I don't recommend you guys do that because I bought them off a bot and I didn't realize. So basically, once I bought them, listed them up for the price that I wanted to sell them at, instantly got undercut. I put up a full trade pile of diamond up for 800. Within 5 minutes, I was undercut. All right, so let's actually just get into the video. If you guys do find it helpful, smash a like on the video just because obviously this is quite an intuitive method. You do have to have some knowledge of the market to do this, but as you can see, we have a lot of diamond badges here that have sold for 900. Now, the ones that sold for 900 actually did sell while I was undercut for a while. Lazy buyers, say they just want a diamond badge, they will just see like 10 diamond badges going for the same price. So they'll just be like, all right, I'll just buy one of them. That's literally how these got sold. And because you're searching diamond, and because my badges appear first before the 500 ones, people do buy them. Like, lazy buyers are amazing for this sort of method. So if you don't sell them first try, it's okay. Just list them for, like, as you can see, I've listed some up for 800. So just know that I've bought all these for 500. So 900, we made a little bit of MT. We made about 300 MT on each card. The 800s, we made about 200 on each card. So just keep that in mind. I think I've bought like 50 of them as well. So we'll be doing this as well. So I'm just going to quickly redeem all these and then we'll be right back. Of course, I will teach you guys how to actually look for these cards and which cards you should be looking for. But we have to discuss this because this is important as well. So the ones that haven't sold, I'm just gonna chuck into back into my auctions and then I'll list them back up. As you can see, some of these have started to sell. Like a few diamonds for 800 have sold. The time that you list these badges for can be important, but unless you're away from your console for a good like few hours, I would always list them up for 4 hours. Because you want your cards to be nearest towards the end as much as possible, because that's when lazy buyers are absolutely essential for this. As you can see, we sold quite a lot of them, and I do have, I don't want to know how many I have left to sell, but I'd say I've sold about half of them, and we've made quite a bit of MT on half of them. So, all right. So in terms of actually looking for a badge, now I usually recommend silver just because silver tends to be, there's less of them. So there's less for you to pick up, thus there's less competition when you actually then list them up. I picked up a lot of ankle breakers, if I can find ankle breaker. All right, ankle breaker, I picked up a lot yesterday for 400, 500, 600 MT. Now ankle breakers just shot up to about 2 or 3K for some reason, and I don't know why. So in the case of this, there's a few for now. Okay, this is actually a good example. You have these 4, and then the cheapest after these 4 is about 2K. You don't list these for 2K. You list these, so obviously then you have these 4, the cheapest is 1.9. You don't list these for 1.9. You list these for like 1.5. They are then the cheapest. So people won't wait for the badge to be cheaper because they may have a lot of MT. So now that we have a lot of ankle breakers, we're going to list those for 1,500. Now, we only need about 3 of these to sell, like at that price, for us to make our MT back. And then the rest of the MT that we make will just be a lot more MT. So I'm just going to list all these up for 1,500 and then we'll be right back. Again, guys, I'm only listing these for 4 hours just because I will be on my console in about 4 hours time, so I can just come on and just change their prices if need be. Now, one thing that's very important once you've listed these badges, you have to babysit your filter. Like if it's ankle breaker, if it's like Deadeye, if it's whatever, you have to babysit your filter. You have to keep checking it every 5-10 minutes just to make sure that no one has properly undercut you. Say, for example, someone lists a badge up for 1,400 MT. Obviously, if you buy it instead of for 1,500, you're not going to make MT. However, you then have 5 badges that will appear before any other badges. So if I just search, if I'm just some random guy now who just wants an ankle breaker badge, 500 MT, you see 5K, 3K, 2K, 2K, all the garbage. Then when you get to the 3-hour mark, which is where we've listed our cards, so about here, you'll see 1.9, but then you'll see my 5 1.5 cards. Obviously, there are people that will scroll further, but lazy buyers will pick up your card. If they just want to filter it down a little bit to say about 2K, maybe they think the badge is going for 2K, they'll see 1.9, 2K, they'll see a few 1.5s, but if they see the 1.4 in the end, lazy buyers do tend to buy the 1.5 just because for 100 MT, they're saving that few seconds just buying your badge. So people do it, guys. It's crazy, I know. You have to transport your mind into a lazy person. Now, I'm a lazy person anyway, but when it comes to MT, I'm not that lazy with it. So we've all been that lazy person that just quick sells a card for 500 MT when you could just go sell it for like 650 or 700 and make just that little bit of MT. We've all been that person. Those people do exist when it comes to buying as well, let alone selling. It's something that you have to very much get used to. Like, in terms of this Daima badge, like, again, because I got undercut by Daima by quite a lot, like, there were so many cards, it was unbelievable. So if I just do 800, currently there are none on the market. So now in my mind, I have about 30 of these badges to list up. Say, for example, you search up a Daima, you see all these badges for 800 MT. Like, if you keep scrolling, you'll see 800, 800, 800, 800. Odds on you'll buy that badge. Like, obviously, you in particular might not. Again, I'm trying to explain it as clearly as I can, but these badges for Daima were selling for 800, 900 MT, while I was undercut by like 30 badges for 500 MT. Because lazy buyers do exist. They are beautiful in this game. And it's something that you need to be taken advantage of. This is why you don't... Say, for example, you look for a card and the cheapest at the time is 3K. If you guys are struggling with the mindset of this, then please feel free to let me know in the comments and I will try and explain it there. But it's really difficult to explain. You see 30 cards all at the same price at 800 MT. Think of Aaron Gordon. Aaron Gordon's like a perfect example of this right now. 2.8, 2.8, 2.8, 2.8, 2.8, 2.8, 2.8. In your mind works out like, okay, that must be what his cheapest buy now is. So you'll just buy one. That's where lazy buyers come in. Again, we'll just go check Ankle Breaker just to make sure we aren't undercut. And if you are undercut by like 1,000, you can just buy that one and make a little bit of MT on that one as well. So that's something to think about as well. So again, perfect example. We've been undercut by 100 MT. Once you say you search for 2K again, like you think the cheapest is 2K, you see 1.9, you see 2K. You won't even see this badge because it's going to get taken up by my 5 badges. That this badge won't even be on your screen if you search for Ankle Breaker 2K. Obviously, if you lower it down, you'll get my 5 badges and then you get this 1.4 one. Lazy people will buy those badges, the 1.5 ones. I guarantee you guys. If they don't sell, you list it up, like, and just repeat the process all over again. That's what happened with these Daimas. It's taking me 2 or 3... Oh, I think I've listed these for 2 or 3 times. With the case of now, these Daimas are the cheapest on the market. But for a good, like, I want to say 6 hours, my badge is worth the cheapest. But they were still consistently selling because lazy buyers exist. Like, you have to take advantage of lazy buyers. They're so perfect when you're actually price fixing badges that you have to take advantage of it. Don't buy 2 badges and expect for their price to stay there. You have to buy quite a lot of badges in order for this to work. Just because then you'll take over the market to where there'll be a lot of scrolling that you'll have to do. A lot of scrolling to where that average person will have to scroll for a while to find your competition's badges. If that sort of makes sense. Again, if it doesn't make sense, comment in the comments. I'll try and explain it to you again. So please feel free, go in the comments. I will try and help you guys out as much as possible. Again, this is something that will take practice to get used to. Like, I've done price fixing on FIFA for many years, so I kind of know the theories and the technique behind it. And again, if you do end up losing MT, don't get disheartened. Obviously, you're not going to be losing a lot of MT. Just because, say you buy 30 badges and you lose 100 MT, that's only 3,000 MT. So it's not the biggest end of the world. So yeah, that's going to do it for the video. Again, if you guys have found this video helpful, smash a like on the video, and I'll see you guys later. Take care.